What's up everybody, it's Jang here from ultimaterc.com and I'm about to unbox an Aquacraft Reef Racer 2. This is a little micro-sized, ready-to-run boat. I got this from Tower Hobbies. It's available from many local hobby shops. The Reef Racer series has been around for quite some time and I've been interested in them for quite a long time, just never really got around to actually trying one out. So here, finally, I took the plunge, made the purchase, and I have the box on hand, so let's see what's inside. All right, since I got a white hull version, white canopy, I went ahead and put something dark down here so you could actually see it. So let's get some of the little stuff out of the way. The manual, and they do give you a spare propeller in this set. The radio, good old 27 megahertz AM. Very cheap, very old school. This boat has been on the market for quite some time. I'm very late to the game, but no frills on this one. You've got go, turn, and steering trim. That's it. This takes 8 AA's. I'm going to put that to the side, and then they give you a charger. A little rinky-dink looking. I mean, seriously, you have no idea how light this is. It almost feels like it's filled with helium. It really has almost no weight at all. I'd be interested to open that up just to see how small the PCB is inside of there. And this is for use in your car, not with your wall outlet. So they don't give you an AC option here at all. This is for when you're out in the field, out at the lake, out at the pond, you know, out chilling in the outdoors. You can have the ability to walk back to your car, put this on a charger, you know, hang out for a little bit. Actually, probably a long while because these are usually pretty slow, but eventually it will charge up your battery. So it's nice to have that included, although I personally would have preferred to have something that you can also hook up to AC. And then I'm going to install this antenna tube back here because they did not pre-install it because it could just get bent off. There's a little rubber grommet right there, and they actually tapered the end of this piece. It's nice that they send it through in advance. Just saves a little bit of a step for folks who are relatively new to this, so you don't have to thread it in. It doesn't come all wound up. And then this is the boat itself. So taking a better look at it, first off, I want to point out that the hull surface is actually textured. It's not perfectly smooth, and I believe that's actually a good thing for performance. It'll allow it to go a little bit faster, especially for such a very basic round design. And it has a straight prop shaft. See, it's angled downward, so not the very most possible efficiency there. This strut where the shaft comes out also is kind of thick here, so that's going to reduce some efficiency. Also, the rudder is right in the middle. That's all well and good. Kind of small, very small little rudder, but it does get some help from the prop. And then this is the water inlet right here. You can see just hanging down a little bit. Little aluminum tube, it feels like. I like this hull shape and design. It's very organic, you know, and it's just molded plastic. It's kind of, wow, it's kind of thin up here. It's probably the same stiffness all the way around, but feels better braced in here, and then it feels really thin right here. So I'm not so keen on that. Here's actually the water outlet where the warm water comes out. So it comes in all the way back here and then comes out all the way up here, up forward. That'll be interesting to see going through the water. The canopy has a little closed cockpit here with a little faux driver figure in it. That's cool. This is all white. These are just stickers that are added on to the outside. And then taking this thing off, let's see what's underneath. Lots of Velcro. That's what's underneath, lots of Velcro. And there, I can see this part of the Velcro already is trying to pull away because it's really strong Velcro. I don't know what this fuzz is, but a little bit stronger than it really needs to be. And then under that, you see you have a couple of, well, here's the switch. The switch is accessible from outside, so that's convenient. Don't have to go all the way in. And then a couple of closing hatches, one of which wasn't really closed, but that's okay because you need to plug the battery in anyway. I'll take both of these off. They're kind of half screw tops. Let's see which way. There it goes. All right. You can see a little bit of the inside of this thing. Ooh, why did they do that? That is bad. It came already plugged in. They should not have done that. Never plug a battery in from the factory, guys. Come on now. All right. Interesting that the motor actually has, looks like 3.5mm plugs on it. Pretty decent sized motor though, for the size of the boat, for a little cheap thing. Brushed, of course, but pretty decent size. It has a little bit of a rubber isolation. I don't know the proper term for this. I will look it up, but I did not do any research before doing this unboxing. It's just completely casual. That's just to help with vibrations, to allow a little bit of flex essentially, so it's not just direct and straight. And then we've got the servo back here. It's a mini sized servo, and you can see how it actuates the rudder. There we go. See it turned. A little bit of adjustment right here. And this, I guess, is the all-in-one unit. It doesn't have separate electronics, just has one single piece. It does use standard 3-wire servos though, that's good. And then the battery itself, let me see if I can get through all of this mess. Is it I think it's a 2/3 A pack? Might even be a little bit bigger than that. I think it's 2/3 A. The Velcro in here is a little bit sketchy. Kind of having to separate it with my fingers to make sure it doesn't pull off the hull. But there we go. Nickel metal hydride, 6 cell. I believe those are 2/3 A pieces. Not a very common size or style of battery, especially nowadays. Pretty heavy, but that's actually important. This craft actually has a self-righting design to it, where it gains buoyancy when it's upside down, so it actually has a low enough center of gravity that it actually wants to always stay upright. So even if it flips over, it will be able to continue going. You should never have to recover this craft unless you make the mistake of driving it until you completely run out of battery altogether. And go ahead and put this battery back in, and that's about it for this one, right? Yeah, that is some tough Velcro. It's like industrial strength stuff. It's just got a little mount, a little flat mount. It's not very wide. This can actually move back and forth a little bit. Don't like that. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to hit the prop shaft. So do want to keep these wires out of the way though. Kind of messy in there a little bit, but that's the deal. That's the Aquacraft Reef Racer for now. Hopefully these will seal up with that rubber seal going around. Of course, I will be putting this thing through its paces and testing out that whole non-sinkable theory. Don't like these ports very much. It's kind of cheap plastic for everything on this craft. Lots of flex. There we go. Finally got everything to snap in. And then close it up a little bit. We'll be driving this on the water, not driving it on land. Watch out for the grease. Lots of grease stuck around the bottom, the base of the rudder there. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Canopy on. So yeah, look forward to videos of this thing in action, and hopefully it will turn out to be as fun as it looks in the videos that Aquacraft themselves put out. Should be a very simple and just no frills little fun thing to putt around with on the water, and it's small enough and can be driven slow enough that you should be able to run this in many pools safely, and it's big enough and should have enough range. It should be able to take it out to some lakes also, as long as you don't wear that battery all the way down, because if you do, you're gonna have to go swimming or take a full-scale boat out there. Thanks for watching. That's it for this one. I'll talk to you again soon.